Welcome to your most trusted channel, CG Tutorial. Today is hopefully going to be your introduction to economic irony. Have you ever tried to be good with money? Maybe you've squirreled away a few bucks for a rainy day. But what if I told you that your thriftiness could be bad for the economy? Sounds bonkers, doesn't it? Welcome to the topsy-turvy world of the paradox of thrift. It's a bit like finding out that eating your vegetables could lead to a global broccoli shortage. This paradox isn't just some academic waffle. It's a real economic phenomenon that's played a part in some of the biggest financial crises in history. So buckle up, we're about to embark on a journey through the looking glass of economics. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's begin! Defining the players: thrift, savings, and economic demand. Let us start with the basics, shall we? Thrift is just a fancy word for being careful with your money. Save for a rainy day, she'd say, wagging her finger. Now, economic demand is a bit trickier. It's not about what you want, I would love a yacht, thanks, but what you're actually willing and able to buy. It's all the goods and services that people in an economy are purchasing. When you save money, you're not spending it. Your spending is someone else's income. When you buy a coffee, that money goes to the barista, who might use it to buy groceries and so on. So, saving and demand are like two kids on a seesaw. When one goes up, the other goes down. The individual versus the collective when good intentions backfire. Imagine you've just got a pay rise. Fantastic. You decide to be responsible and save half of it. On an individual level, this is brilliant financial behaviour. But what if everyone did the same thing at the same time? Suddenly, all that money that would have been spent on goods and services is sitting in bank accounts. Shops sell less, factories produce less, and before you know it, people are losing their jobs. It's a bit like a Mexican wave at a football match. One person standing up is fine, but if everyone stands up at once, nobody can see the game. In economic terms, when everyone saves simultaneously, the economy can grind to a halt. This is the heart of the paradox of thrift. What's sensible for an individual can be disastrous for the economy as a whole. It's like finding out that your healthy diet is somehow causing a famine. A walk through history, the Great Depression and beyond. Let's hop in our time machine and zip back to the 1930s. The world is in the grip of the Great Depression. Jobs are scarce, money is tight, and people are scared. What do? They save every penny they can. All this saving meant people weren't buying things. Businesses struggled, more people lost their jobs, and the economy spiraled downwards. The famous economist John Maynard Keynes pointed out this paradox. He argued that in times of economic trouble, the government should step in and spend money to keep the economy ticking over. Fast forward to more recent times, and we've seen echoes of this paradox. During the 2008 financial crisis, people tightened their belts and saved more. History has a funny way of rhyming, doesn't it? Visualizing the invisible hand, explained through charts and graphs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sir, this is all very interesting, but can you show me some pretty pictures? Well, you're in luck. Imagine a graph with two lines. One shows savings going up, the other shows economic growth going down. They cross like an X. This is the paradox of thrift in action. As savings increase, economic growth decreases. Another helpful visual is a circular flow diagram. Picture a circle with money flowing between households and businesses. When savings increase, less money flows through this circle. It's like a garden hose with a kink in it. But my favourite visual is the paradox pyramid. At the bottom you have individuals saving money. Good, right? But as you move up the pyramid, you see the knock-on effects. Reduced spending, businesses struggling, job losses. At the top, economic recession. It's like a game of Jenga where pulling out too many blocks at the bottom topples the whole tower. These visuals help us see the invisible hand of economics at work. Modern times, ancient wisdom, recent economic turbulence. Let's fast forward to more recent times. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? It was like the Great Depression's moody younger sibling. Banks collapsed, houses were repossessed, and people lost their jobs. Scary stuff. What did people do? They saved. They cut back on spending. Sound familiar? It's our old friend, the paradox of thrift, back for another round. But this time, governments were ready. They'd learned from the past. They pumped money into the economy, cut interest rates, and encouraged spending. Did it work? Well, we didn't end up in another Great Depression, so that's something. And let's not forget our most recent economic hiccup, the COVID-19 pandemic. People stayed home, saved money, and guess what? The economy took a nosedive. Breaking the cycle. Can we outsmart the paradox? So, what's the solution to this paradox? Should we all go on a spending spree? Well, not quite. Remember, saving is still important for individuals. It's all about balance. One approach is for governments to step in during tough times. They can spend money on things like infrastructure projects. This spending creates jobs and gets money flowing again. Another idea is to encourage steady, moderate saving over time. It's like going on a sensible diet instead of crash dieting. This way we avoid the sudden drop in spending that can trigger the paradox. Education is key too. If people understand how the economy works, they might make more informed decisions. It's like giving everyone the rule book for this complex economic game we're all playing. But remember, economics isn't an exact science. It's more like weather forecasting. We can make good guesses, but there's always an element of unpredictability. Food for thought. Reflecting on economic surprises. Well, folks, we've been on quite a journey, haven't we? We've unraveled the paradox of thrift, taken a stroll through economic history, and even peeked into the future. Who knew economics could be this exciting? The key takeaway? Economics is full of surprises. What seems logical on a personal level can have unexpected consequences when everyone does it. It's a bit like traffic. One person changing lanes is fine, but if everyone does it at once, you've got chaos. So, next time you're squirreling away your pennies, spare a thought for the bigger picture. You're not just a consumer, you're part of a vast, interconnected economic ecosystem. Your choices matter. Now, isn't that food for thought? Please like and subscribe if you've learnt something new. Catch you in the next video. Bye.